Hey everybody, Greg Rice from Nexus Property Management. Not in the bucket today, at the home studio, and I'm with my favorite dog, Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi is my favorite dog. Shh, we won't tell Coco. She don't say much. Isn't it amazing how dogs never say one word in their whole life? But they say it all. They really do. But what am I here for? I'm here, first of all, to represent the Cuppa Army. The Cuppa Army boxing team. Put up my good friend Beetlejuice, Lester Green. Put up the clip of him hanging around. I'm just hanging around.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
So that's Beetlejuice, and that's why I love him. And you can't find a better, more honest, transparent, and comical individual. You cannot. Beetlejuice is one in a quintillion. So I'm here today because I have to accept accountability. Accountability is the main ingredient for growth. If you don't have accountability, it's like trying to make bread without yeast. You can still make it, but it's going to be chewy, right? It's not going to rise as it's supposed to. It's going to be flat. What is the accountability for? The accountability is for a previous video that I made saying that I absolutely do not and will not tolerate paying or compensating any on-site tenant manager. I was hard-pressed. This is what my belief is, and you can't change my mind. Because I had seen so many tenants take advantage of landlord after landlord. I live here and I take the trash out, or I shovel the snow, or I cut the grass, and the place looks like absolute shit. Shit, shit, shit. I've seen it time and time again. And it's a guy named Bob, or it's a guy named Jack, and a guy named Bill. Like, they're all the same guy. Yeah, I'm just cleaning up. You just caught me here with my socks on and sitting on my recliner with my wife beater. But I was just in the middle of cleaning out the basement. They always got something. Oh yeah, I was just gonna, and I was about to, and they go grab a broom or they go grab a shovel. Like, they're always in the middle of doing something, but you just caught them when they were resting. That's been my experience for a decade. And a decade I've been going in and out of people's homes from Westerly to Woonsocket. And I've been observing. And what I've observed with the on-site manager is that that person is taking advantage oftentimes of a good-natured landlord. And I said, that will never, ever happen to me. I will never stand for it. Until I met Daniel Rahal. Look at that. That's the guy. That's my guy. You can't have him. He's mine. Okay, Daniel and I formed our relationship organically. Professional relationship. Organically. He moved into the church property. He was one of the first tenants to move in. And it was the rectory at that time. The church was still under construction. And he started to express interest in helping out. And expressed interest in concerns that other tenants were having. Vendors that had issues. City officials. The mailman. You name it, he was communicating things to me. And I said, wow. Thank God for that guy.
Man, I'm glad I called that guy.
That's how I feel with Daniel. And not that I knew him in high school, But I'm talking about the second part of that equation. Glad I called that guy. Glad I know that guy. Glad I have met that guy in Daniel. And since then, going on a year now, Daniel has taken on more responsibilities at the property. He has informed me of things that have happened. He has showed video footage of incidents that have happened. Okay, communicated all sorts of things that I would have never known, ever. And helped me make more informed and better decisions for each and every person at the property and for those that live around the property, pass by the property. It has enhanced and provided value in all areas. And on top of that, he's hanging televisions, he's painting, he's cleaning, he's helping the property get lead ready, which is a tough task. He's helping with keys, he's helping tenants who have questions. He's figuring out what's going here, what's going there. Is there an issue with parking? Is there an issue with somebody not picking up after their dog? The list goes on and on and on. So what I failed to recognize in my original opinion was that I was dealing with a property, most times, that was small in nature and didn't have as much comings and goings. But the church has 32 units. 32 different personalities, and some have multiple tenants. So we can say there's 50 different personalities, needs and wants that are going on every second of every day at that property. And I am a fool to think that I can handle that by myself and do as good of a job without Daniel. Can't happen. Fake news will not happen. So I'm here today to recant that video and to express my accountability for being wrong and let you know that I've made an improvement and I've grown in my mind with this topic, having seen it firsthand. So what I say to you is be open to being open. Be open to being open. That's all you got to do. And if you approach life with curiosity instead of critique, you will be much more well served and have much more enjoyable experiences and efficiency. Daniel has created efficiency in my life, directly and indirectly. And there's probably things he's doing that he doesn't tell me, but he's still doing them because he knows they need to be done. But he says, oh, I don't need to bother Greg about that. I know that's happening as well. And there's things I do for him that he doesn't know about. So it's a beautiful, mutually beneficial relationship. And at this point, we can say it, Daniel, right? He's living for free for the most part, based on the compensation that I provide him. So for him, it's a win. For me, it's a win. This video has been so good that Chi-Chi has fallen asleep. She wants me to talk about something more exciting. What do you want me to talk about? You want to go for a walk? Yeah, you want to go for a walk? You want food? You want food? You want a hot dog? I don't know what the magic word is. Do you want to meet Nexus's CEO, Nick Dagnillo? Do you want to meet Nexus? Yeah. Or do you want to meet Nexus's Director of Brand Operations and North Haven franchisee, Michael LaForte, who brooms his ceiling. Not his ceiling, his roof. He maybe does his ceilings too. I don't fucking live with him. He's probably, excuse me, honey, I'm just sweeping the ceilings. We haven't done it in 3 weeks. This guy, Mike LaForte, Mick we call him, because he's German, he was having a 4th of July party, and I was DJing it. I was setting up early, so I was like kind of catching the tail end of his preparation. I can only imagine what his list said. Like, rake leaves in woods, dust attic, you know, like, I don't know. But he was on the roof of his house sweeping the roof. Brooming it, actually. Big broom. And I said to myself, I didn't know psilocybin mushrooms were legal yet in Rhode Island. Happy 4th of July. The roof's clean. You saw the roof. Hey, Bob, how are you? Did you see this fucking guy's roof? Spotless. Look at that thing. You could eat a ham sandwich off that roof. What a guy he is. But did you see his basement? Absolutely disgusting. Yeah. He cleaned a little bit, though. We'll give him that. But anyways, I digress. Be open to being open, and when your mind gets changed, it's such a, It's such a humbling experience to realize that you are not the almighty knower of all things, good or bad. You're just simply a lorry for information to travel on. So I am just a vessel that is going somewhere with experiences. And now I'm at this new place of, hey, yeah, an on-site manager can help, but I had to travel and get there. But if I traveled there and I didn't accept it then, like if I said, no, Daniel, no this, then I would be taking steps backwards. So just consider that you don't know everything, and especially when it comes to property management, I'm still learning things. It's been 12 years. I learn stuff every day. Every day somebody says something to me that I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, wow. You know? What's something that happened recently? We had an interesting one. I was reading it yesterday, I believe. It's a couple that live together with a child, and they're splitting up, and they're arguing over who's paying and who's staying and who the kid this and that, and it's just like they're fighting each other on our tenant portal about it. And I've never seen that. Like, the woman said something in the portal. It's kind of like a Facebook, like comment, chronological. And then the guy got up there and he was like, well, that's her point of view, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then he said his thing, and it was just like, it was kind of like, let me get my popcorn. I felt bad, but it was just like, you don't know all the intricacies that people are going through. And, you know, as a landlord, you're like, oh yeah, let me paint it, clean it, and rent it. But that's somebody's home. And then they're having fights, they're having disagreements, they're splitting up, they're getting together, there's children, there's parents, there's this, there's so many inner workings that you become exposed to in this business that, you know, like I said, you're constantly learning things. And the more I learn, the more seasoned I get, and the more seasoned we get as a company. So that has tremendous value. And nobody does it better than us. We're not perfect, but nobody does it better. How about that? So again, Greg Rice from Nexus Property Management. Not in the bucket. Your property and your property manager, Daniel, managed.